Today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the two trades that I took today um, for May 11th, no, May 13th. Gosh. I would say first trade was honestly a solid trade. I just never traded before New York session, so this was a new one for me. I like my lesson, best way to put it. It's exactly why I took two trades. First one, it was a solid trade, but it was more to the emotional side. So had a lot of fear in it, but I'm just going to kind of go down the breakdown on why I took these two trades. So the one that I took before, the first trade that I took, that was before London session. Before New York session. Let me just mark out all these highs and lows. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Don't look right. Does not look right. Hold on. Oh boy, I was so lost for a second. I was like, dude, something did not look right. Okay, this is what happened. Right here. Let me go down in the lower time frame. So London session just created this consolidation to the downside. And I was sitting here, I think this was like around 7:30 when I kind of started looking at the market. The moment I saw liquidity kind of been taken out in previous session, let me just show you this. My bad, my brain is not working. So, in other words, we are on an uptrend. Price obviously ended up taking out this low with an expansionary candle to the downside. Initially, what that means is if we get like an expansionary candle to the downside, it can mean two things. Orders being taken out because liquidity sweeps. Liquidity sweep means that obviously price takes out a recent low if we're in an uptrend and then continues to go higher. In other words, more or less, you just want to be focused on what is the market showing you. In this case, yes, we did catch an expansionary channel to the upside, but we also caught a little bit of consolidation in lower time frame. And this is what got me cooked because I was too focused on lower time frame analysis. Ended up getting in this trade, seeing that this low got swept. Really not really important. So draw down to a lower time frame. I know this is pretty sloppy, but kind of hear me out before you kind of jump the gun on this one. I'll show you exactly why I made the dumb decisions that I did. All right. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. All right, right. Makes it sound very simple and easy. Right here. Okay, liquidity sweep, bracket structure. You can do it from this one right here. That's a low. Liquidity sweep, bracket structure for value gap retest. Solid, right? Okay. These ads get on my nerves. All right. You know what got me the best is the fact that I had my take profit right here. So the moment that New York opened, I completely lost all the profits I was in. That's the beautiful thing about this. So also with that expression encounter that we were just talking about that was in the 1 hour, if you're smart, you understand that there's order blocks in this market. Order blocks, boy, it don't matter what direction the market is going in, they're strong. And normally big buyers or big sellers are waiting for price to get to this area so they can push that thing right back to where it literally came from. More or less, needless to say. Um, so I was in this trade. I was like so excited. I'm like, dang, bro, jumped in, caught a W, and waited for this consolidation period to go away. And I was like, it already retested the order block, and let's go higher. New York session opens, and man, how pissed was I? Oh man, I was so mad. I was up $1,000 to end up losing $200. That's what you get for number one, not trailing a stop loss, and number two, being too greedy and wanting extra profits. And my main thing is, I like when my take profit gets hit because it knows that I know that I'm trading correctly. But if I'm in a trade and price starts to, accumulate, high chances are, you're looking at price starting to create a reversal because they don't start just making smaller candles for no reason. They don't just start making smaller bodies, smaller wicks for no reason. They don't just start, creating these little channels for no reason. It's happening for a reason. If you can't see these markets and see them for what they are, you're gonna get bamboozled. And sometimes I know what I'm looking at and I still get bamboozled. So price, the life of it. It's truly the life of it. Let's go over the second trade that I took. And also, like, um, I want to say that I don't really like trading at 9:30 anymore because of how volatile it is. Now, am I saying that I'm going to see a setup and then ignore it? No, we're not going to do that. I'm actually just going to start playing more by my rules because what I was supposed to be doing anyway. It's just a little bit scary whenever you got a market that can be, no, a strategy that can be broken all because market conditions. And what I'm saying by that is, New York session is not a low volatile session. Like it's very high volatile. Same thing with London. It can move in 2 seconds and you don't have to be ready. It's going to do it regardless. So New York opens. We end up sweeping this previous low. Now this is outside of London session, but at the end of the day, this movement didn't happen for no reason. I always look at it like this. I remember one time I was watching trading videos. This guy was explaining that there's going to be certain times in the markets where it looks like V's. He said the wider they are, the less strength. He said, but the tighter they are, that's where the volume is. And it kind of stuck with me. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but look at this. That's a tight V. It's not much candles right here. Now this is a lot of candles, but we were already in uptrend. So I already knew the moment we created this sweep, we see in the 5 minute right here. What is this? Liquidity sweep. All right. So 1 hour sweep, liquidity sweep, and we got big candles. I mean, we got big wicks with small body candles. That's rejection. All right. So we play this smart. Okay. Liquidity sweep. Where do we see another liquidity sweep? All right, right here. Do we see a breaker structure? Yes, we do. Right here. So let me get rid of some of this stuff so it's not so confusing. So breaker structure above this wick. So anything that broke above, I would say necessarily, we're gonna consider this one. That was an entry zone, and I believe I did enter off this one somewhere like around here. Ended up putting stop loss above this low. I mean below this low. Targeting. Now I'll put it to you like this. This is where I had an insane target, but I didn't trust the process, and I could have passed my second phase of my challenge today, but I got impatient. So I just want to show you guys this. I think my target was all the way up here. Yeah. Previous session, huh? Draw back down. I'll show you exactly where I got stopped out and how I easily just should have not had a tight stop loss and I would have freaking called a W. So it had to be right here. Yeah. Okay, so price was consolidating. I waited for price to show me that it was gonna go back up higher. I think I moved my stop loss right here, and price showed me that it was gonna go higher, and then it swept this low. And I was like, no, bro. But at the end of the day, caught a W. So this one I ended up losing $200. This one I ended up gaining back like 17. That ain't making sense. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I overtraded today. This is just me showing you the correct trades that I took today. I'm not being fully transparent. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was emotionally trading this morning, but these are my two solid trades that I'm just gonna show you guys so you don't make the decisions that I make. It's just I'm giving you clarity. Hey, just stick with it for now. That's all I'm saying. Because your boy, this really messed with me this morning. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I made some dumb decisions between this right here. Some things I've never done before, but it's okay. But process, right? Process. But we ended up catching a nice W after being in a freaking beautiful trade. And then I would say just end of the day, basically in profit for $600 helps me out because now I'm just $1,300 away from getting to my live stage. So it's pretty cool, process of elimination. We're getting there day by day. Do I want to keep sitting here running these circles and not passing the challenges? No. But the only way I'm going to get past this challenge is if one, I follow my rules. Two, I don't emotionally trade. Three, I'm not having FOMO. Four, I have a quiet space. That quiet space is so important. I'm not saying that you can't have a conversation with somebody, but I'm saying that if you're sitting here listening to someone else talk, you're sitting here trying to do all these other things, it's not that easy. Especially day trading and you're still trying to like figure out like how to become a profitable trader. There's a lot that goes into that. And would I consider myself a profitable trader? No. I'm in the process, 100% of the process of becoming one. But why would I lie? You know, I know how much negative equity I am in when it comes to trading. So I'm not profitable until I pass this challenge realistically. Because obviously the payout I'm going for, I'm going to end up being profitable by then. So until that time is, that's it for me, guys. I know I haven't really been speaking about the Lord a lot, but truth be told, life's been good, man. I'm doing really good at my job. I would say that obviously it's a bumpy road here and there. You got your customers that can make things a little bit of a challenge. You got moments where you're dealing with the per usual, best way to put it. I'm not gonna go into detail because I ain't gonna speak death upon anything. But life is good. God is good. Still trying to maintain. Still reading that Bible. That King James version is something different, you guys. Not saying that it's the only way, because I don't really like when people say that it's the only true version. Well, what if somebody doesn't understand how to read it and now you just convinced them that they should never read the Bible because they're irritated? This is my thought process. I think some people are very close minded and it really narrows the path for people to really get on the right path with the Lord. Our job is to bring people to Christ, not keep them away. And some people just think that they're holier than thou. Make it make sense, you guys. But realistically, I just want to say I appreciate you guys if you've got this far. It's a step by step process when it comes to trading and just life in general. So I'm really trying to step up with creating this content and just really being more diligent with how I make these videos. So in due time, I got a lot going on right now, but I am trying to, one, work on my setup, two, work on my camera quality, three, work on my videos, and four, start really spreading, this content. I got a lot to do. So I have no room for excuses. I just gotta get to work. But in due time, I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Till the next video. See you.